Loose skin and weight loss. Today I'm going to talk about my 140-pound weight loss, how I did it without bariatric surgery, and how I also do not need cosmetic surgery for loose skin. So let's talk about the skin. I'm going to show you my 50-year-old wrinkly skin, so wait for it, stay tuned. I get a lot of questions about my skin, and who knew, I even have a little bit of a reputation for it. I'm going to show you my actual stomach. I'm going to show you my formerly very fat upper thighs, and my arms, my bat wings, the whole nine. You can judge for yourself, but fair warning, I am 50 years old, and what you see you cannot unsee. Consider yourself warned. Okay, so genetics and age are a huge factor in this. Had I done this diet when I was 20 and actually maintained the weight, then I wouldn't have the skin issue that I have sitting here at 50. Age is a factor. I think I drew pretty good genetics cards on my skin as well. So your mileage will vary depending on these factors. But there is a key thing that you can replicate, and that's what I want to talk about. I am not going to make you wait until the very end of the video for the dramatic punchline. I do attribute this to what I ate and when I ate. I ate very low carb in 1 hour. My low carb meal, though, looks a lot different than a lot of the keto type meals out there. Check this out. This is a salad in a giant bowl. I'm going to talk more about this in the video, but this is the ridiculously big salad. More on that because it's a key factor. But I want to emphasize that I have no secret lotions or potions or anything else. I'm only here today selling you hope that your skin can bounce back after the weight loss. I decided to do this video in response to a lot of the questions I get in Facebook about my skin. I have people who seem straight up terrified about the skin that they're going to have after they lose the weight, and I just thought, wow, these people are so paranoid. What's going on? Just lose the weight. What's the big deal? Well, before I lost the weight, I did not do, for instance, a Google image search for skin sag after weight loss. I didn't follow the Instagram hashtags of saggy skin. If you haven't done that, don't do that. Don't go to Google image search for this. Just lose the weight. You don't need to be terrified. But there are many, many cases, in fact, most cases of people who've lost north of 150 pounds in particular, or someone my small frame losing 140, half my size, is a lot of weight. Your skin is like a deflated balloon. And so if the balloon was real big, that skin, it doesn't shrink and it just hangs. And it hangs in a powerfully terrifying way. You're going to be far better off with it hanging without fat in it. Okay, so you got to do this. You got to lose the fat. You got to do it to be healthy. But why not do it in a way that's going to reduce the amount of that skin that's hanging? And that's what we're talking about. What we are seeing is among people who go through surgeries in particular, like the bariatric surgery model of having the surgery, losing a bunch of weight quickly, and then needing multiple surgeries to correct their skin afterwards. So they have the bariatric surgery and maybe even 3 or 4 cosmetic surgeries for their skin, for their arms, for their legs, for their stomach, depending on the weight, maybe multiple surgeries for their stomach. I mean, we're talking about easily north of $30,000 in surgery in some of the bigger weight loss cases. Now, we've all got to do what we've got to do. But can I just tell you now how glad I am and how grateful that I lucked into this approach and that I don't need cosmetic surgery. Now that I've done all this hard work of losing the weight, I'm kind of done. I just can slip into the maintenance phase and not worry too much about the skin. Okay, so who's in? I'm going to show you my 50-year-old stomach, and in return, you're going to tell a friend about this, a friend maybe even who is planning to have bariatric surgery. Encourage your friend to try this method. And especially like in Facebook, the keto groups, so many people in the keto groups are so well positioned to do this and have such great success. I think they're just this close to blowing the lid off of things. And this is a method they need to know as well. So tell them about it. Okay, so this is me putting off the big reveal. Are you ready? Tell me where you're from in the comments. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm just putting this off. Okay, I'm going to start with the stomach since that's the worst. No, they're all the worst. All of this is bad. Okay, so if you haven't seen pictures of people with extreme weight loss, what I'm going to show you is really very, very good, and it is not in the realm of needing surgery, okay? But there's some sag. So I'm warning you, avert your eyes now. I'm going to show you a picture from last August and from last week. The upper picture is last August. The lower picture is last week. When I took the August photo, I had no idea about like I should take different angles and just different ways of even taking a picture of it. And I had like no mindfulness that anyone would actually care about my stomach a year from then. And so this is the only photo of my stomach that I have. And so I tried to take a comparable one. And you can see a year ago, I mean, that's pretty good for like a year out from the diet. So I started the diet in basically September of 2017, August 31st of 2017. This photo is August of 2018, which is completely great for having lost 140 pounds. The lower photo is 1 week ago. And you can see, so two things. First of all, my skin was really pretty good last August. I mean, that's some sag, but it's not anything that anyone would pay. Like, I wouldn't pay, like, I'm gonna pay $10,000 so that I can be bikini ready. You know, in my world, like, this is a complete success last August. But look at last week. You can see a little bit of improvement. Had I taken more photos, unfortunately, back in August, we'd probably be able to see some other maybe small differences. But this is the best comparison that I have. Just, you know, because there's like all kinds of scams about pictures and stuff. What I'm going to do is, let me just show you on this video, I'll show you some live stomach, all right? Okay, so we have some live stomach right here. All right, I'll try to stay out of the sun for this. You can see there's definitely some loose skin right there. But if you've seen the photos on Instagram, this ain't nothing, all right? Put it in the sun a little bit. You can see a little sunspot there. Okay, now just to let you know, this spot here, there's like a little spot. I had hernia surgery in December, and so I have a little spot from a complication right there. We'll see what happens with that. But that's the spot you can see in the photo, and that is from the surgery, the hernia surgery. All right, okay, so look, we got that. We got skin. So I'm very curious to see what this is going to look like in 1 year. Okay, so you saw the stomach, and if you wonder why is the lighting all different, it's because I actually recorded earlier my arms and my legs. I thought I recorded it and I didn't. And here I am, I think I'm sabotaging myself, not wanting to show you the arms and the legs. So my arms and my legs were disproportionately fat. So you know how you have like a lot of fat in certain spots? Arms and legs, like the upper arms and the upper like thighs. So I'm going to show you those things. First of all, the arms. I'm amazed that I'm here saying that I'm not going to need surgery for these arms, because a year ago even, I was visiting a friend. She actually had weight loss surgery, had a lot of weight loss, and she said to me, you know, you're going to be tempted to get surgery, but really it's costly, it can be painful, just move through life and don't worry about it. And I remember thinking, how could I not have surgery on these arms? I really wish I'd taken a photo at that point, but I did take a photo in August when I took the photo of my stomach, and that photo is here. I tried to replicate it. It's hard to know exactly what angle it was, and so I went around my house trying to get like all these different angles of my arm and trying to find like the worst like arm angle I could. And so here's some different views of my arm, and here's maybe the best comparison side by side of August and today, and the comparison is really extraordinary. I mean, I was blown away by this. I was really stunned. So those are the arms, and just some arm and like real camera arm here. So we got some arm, just so you can see it in real life. Oh yeah, okay. You know, got the flab and the bat wing stuff going on. But you know, 140 pounds, that's just not that bad. Not that bad at all. And you know, I'm not going to have surgery for that. I mean, really, I've been through a lot in these 50 years. I'm hardly concerned about that. All right. Okay. Now the thighs. So my thighs were giant, like the back and like all the cellulite and all that stuff. I mean, truly very big. And so the back of the upper thighs, I also thought, whoa, that's going to need surgery too, as I was losing weight and seeing like some of the sag. And so here we have August and last week. Once again, now here too, it's hard to know exactly like what the camera angle was, and so I really tried to replicate it. And I tried to get a photo of the current photo in really bright light so we could see all the lines and stuff like that. And so I'm kind of amazed by this. So notice in the August photo, which by the way, those legs for losing 140 pounds, it doesn't look bad, okay? But now notice, so those big wrinkles, and notice how they're sagging, like the wrinkles themselves are sagging, suggesting there's a lot of skin just kind of hanging there, and then all the wrinkles between the major wrinkles. And so on the last week photo, we see most of those minor wrinkles gone, and we don't see the same amount of sag in those wrinkles, those highly defined wrinkles. And so we see less sag in general, we see less wrinkle. And I'm kind of blown away by the legs. Okay, I'm blown away by my legs. Okay, you get what I mean. Right? You get what I mean. Okay, so yeah, so here it is. Now I guess I could show you my legs live. I'm not going to do that. I am not going to like pull down my pants and show you my legs. Okay, but I really want to tell you what I think my main success factors were, and earlier I actually recorded that part. Here you go. All right, so first, when I eat. To lose 140 pounds in about a year, I ate 1 meal a day in 1 hour. This framework of eating is called intermittent fasting. I would eat in about 1 hour every day and then fast for the remaining 23 hours. This turns out to be a very effective solution for weight loss, but it is also a success factor in skin health and in rebuilding the skin, in tightening it up. Because what happens is at some point in those 23 hours of fasting, maybe at hour 16, maybe at hour 12 or 13, it just depends, we're all a little bit different, our body goes into a process called autophagy, eating itself. Oh my gosh, eating itself. And so what it does is it starts to clean up like sort of redundant proteins it doesn't need, those kind of lowest on the totem pole that might be a little bit damaged, that might be unnecessary. Well, let's think about unnecessary protein for our bodies. Oh, how about loose and flabby skin? All right. And so with my 1 meal a day model, my body was likely engaged in autophagy for like 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day for a year. I mean, that's crazy. My photos from a year ago, my skin was actually in very good shape for having just lost 140 pounds, but now my skin is even better because I've continued to implement the plan. In maintenance, sometimes I eat in 5 hours, in which case I'm only in autophagy for like 3. But still, I'm in autophagy for 3 hours a day. Wow, that's phenomenal. And so we're seeing the effect on my skin. So what did I eat? I tell people that I followed a ketogenic diet, and I did. But mine really looks different. It's distinct from the other types of diets you see in the keto world, but it fits in the range of the macros of the ketogenic diet. And in the Eat Like a Bear group on Facebook, which is now almost a whole year old, I noticed that the people implementing this particular way of eating were having more success with the weight loss itself. And so as more people have implemented this, we're also seeing really great results in the skin. And so to some degree, what I ate in that 1 hour is probably important as well, because I was giving my body a whole variety of nutrients to then go do its good work in cleaning itself up. Okay, so what did I eat? Are you ready? Are you ready? This is so simple, but it might just blow your mind how ridiculously simple this is. Okay, so what I ate all of those months, probably 80% of the meals, is what I now call the ridiculously big salad. I'm going to show it to you now. I made this salad earlier for you, but this video has taken me so long to shoot, I've now eaten like a third of it. And this is what's left. It is ridiculously big. Look at that. How crazy. And I still have a big stomach that this will fit in. I had been approved for bariatric surgery, but I never had it, so I still have the big old giant, ridiculously big stomach to fit the ridiculously big salad. This is iceberg lettuce, ranch dressing, red onions, radishes, ground beef. It's really very simple. It's kind of taco salad-like, but maybe not completely. It's just what I happen to have today. So people started asking me for recipes for the salads. And you know, I rarely make a recipe. I'm the type of person who just like throws stuff at like the bowl. But I thought, what the heck? So I'll do a salad ebook, right? We'll make some salads, we'll put it in an ebook, no big deal. And as I got into my kitchen and I really tried to replicate my experience all those months and the salads I was actually eating, not the salads that I might have wanted to eat, not the salads that people thought I might have been eating, or not the salads that I thought, surely this will make me look like an impressive gourmet cook. But no, what was I actually eating, right? What was I actually eating? And as I worked on those recipes, I would throw the stuff together just like I usually do. I'd eat it. I'd make sure, yeah, this is the salad experience that I was having all those months, and measure what was in it. And what I came to realize is the salads really followed a very distinctive framework. I mean, I was kind of blown away by that. Like there I was, like desperately just trying to lose weight all those months, not following like any advice or any gurus, because you know, I thought they were all stupid because, I tried them all before and whatever, but I was just in desperation, like throwing stuff into a bowl. And what I happened to throw into a bowl worked. And actually, maybe subconsciously, I was following a framework because lo and behold, there's a framework. And it's now called the Ridiculously Big Salad. So anyway, that's kind of the backstory on that. And so the framework for the Ridiculously Big Salad gave me a whole structure, a framework for putting this food together and giving me like the micronutrient variety that I needed that would help me lose weight and like thrive at the same time, and that would help my skin health. I'm going to link to some resources about the Ridiculously Big Salad, and there is an ebook. I mean, it was writing that ebook that made me realize, oh my gosh, this is a thing. This is a framework. And so if you're more of like a reader than a video viewer, you definitely need to get the ebook. I do promise a follow-up on my skincare regimen. I mean, I've got a crazy story about some serious old shedding. I mean, skin shedding like you wouldn't believe, so wait for that one. In the meantime, you're going to tell a friend about this video and maybe save her or him from bariatric surgery, from the follow-up skin surgery. You guys, we don't have time for this. We don't have money for this. Oh my gosh. And surgery complications. I had complications from my triple hernia repair. I should have been like done in 3 days. 6 months later, I'm still kind of recovering from it. We don't need surgeries. We don't need more surgeries. So tell a friend. In fact, really every single person even considering bariatric surgery should try this method beforehand. Save your big stomach. You need your ridiculously big stomach to eat the ridiculously big salad. And so let's check in on the skin maybe in another 6 months, in a year, and see where this is going. Good luck to you. Peace out.